Hey, Johni, good to see you. I'm just curious, since the summer league experience wrapped up for you, I guess first of all, what did you take away from that experience? But also, what has been your biggest focus in terms of skill development or your body since summer league wrapped up?
Summer league was a good experience for me. Just kind of getting used to playing in a format of NBA. Obviously not the NBA yet, but it's kind of similar. But it was kind of good, playing with some of my teammates and just kind of getting used to it. I think my biggest focus during the preseason and camp has been just, working on my body, getting in better shape, continuing to work on my jump shot, just continue to get better and soak in all the knowledge I can.
Janai, you talked about getting acclimated to the NBA, and you're not quite playing games yet, but we've heard about how physical these practices are. Obviously you played physical in college, but it's a step up to these NBA practices and then to the NBA. But have these practices taught you anything about your game? Maybe an area that you need to work on that you weren't as familiar with before these practices?
I think it's a lot of areas I can grow in. Just being in a better positioning. Spacing the floor a little bit better, kind of the simple things, kind of relocating the spaces obviously, on the defensive side, getting the spots quicker because you have better players, you have better guys coming to the rim. You got to meet them a little bit better, make them make another extra pass, give an extra effort. Like a coach kind of preaches a lot is to make an extra effort to make the offense react one more time and have to pass it one more time. But I think Predators have been good so far. They've been very competitive. They've been very physical. And I think that's a good sign.
Just to follow up on that, we're obviously getting this phase of positionless basketball in the NBA. In these early runs, you're versatile kind of as a big. What have you really been kind of doing positionally, and what have you kind of been doing in terms of role in some of these practices?
I've been playing on the perimeter, and I've been playing in the short corner. I've been playing, both 4 and 5. Like you say, it's kind of positionless. I got to rebound. I got to make shots. I got to play good defense. I got to defend ball screens wherever I'm out on the court. So I think it's just more so, just learning the offense at multiple positions and being able to play and be able to be efficient on the court.
Janai, back over here. It seems like you have really good sort of passing chops for a big man. I'm curious, first of all, how you develop that and also how you view that translating onto a team like this with a lot of really good guard play, and if that's sort of been apparent to you in these early runs that you've had, that that's something you can utilize on this team.
I think it's just being a student of the game, watching a lot of film, and just, loving the game of basketball. And, just wanting to make the right play, wanting to make the right read. And a lot of that came from me getting double teamed a lot in college. So you got to find an open person. I think I just kind of developed that and just kind of worked on that a lot. And like you say, this team's guard play is very good. We have a lot of good guards, a lot of good wings, a lot of good bigs and forwards. So I think, passing is something that will be needed on this team. And when you're passing to guys who going to make open shots, that's even better.
You mentioned being double teamed. Obviously, when healthy, that happens a lot for Joel Embiid. What have just been your early impressions of him and his game in these practices and workouts?
He's great. He practiced the other day, and I had to guard him. He kind of scored a couple in a row. But that's what you kind of expect. You play good defense, and he has better offense. That's the type of player he is. But I'm glad that I'm going against him in practice, and I'm going to have him on my side during the year because he's a great person to learn from. And he's very open to talk to you about things that you need to improve on and things like that. So I think he's becoming he's a good part of me being a rookie and somebody who I can learn from. Thank you.